Welcome in, everyone. 37 steps up high above the city on a hot afternoon. Let's just get right to it. Right here in my saute pan right now on the One Burner Bachelor. Have to get to a quick story. Years ago, I was working for a sales company. We're a bunch of guys that just ran around into businesses cold calling, bringing whatever we had to try to sell to people. Last minute, here's your chance. And Percy is all we referred to the guy. I never knew his real name. I never knew how old he was. I never knew really where he came from. But he was in charge of the office. And one of the pieces of advice he gave us one morning, because we always had our get fired up, get psyched chats before we left in the morning to go sell or move whatever merchandise we were trying to move. He said, you've decided to do this. Have I decided to do the One Burner Bachelor? He goes, if you're going to do it, you might as well be the best at it. And I remember him saying exactly this. Even if you're just going to walk down the street, you might as well be the best walker down the street there is. All right. And that's what I'm going to try to do here and keep things going on the One Burner Bachelor. And kind of the reason I'm bringing that up is, as you can see in my pan right now, you can see some chicken wings. Not just the drummies, not just the flats, not separated, but the entire chicken wings. Both pieces, or all the pieces, however you do that. They've been in the pan now a good while. And they finally brown just as I like them right here on the back side, which means they're totally cooking through on the front side. And there's nothing else in this pan except a little bit of fat and the juices that have come from these chicken wings. So, if you're going to be the best at it, you might as well be the best. And the comments and the response I've had from my buffalo wings, from my barbecue chicken wings the other night, from my buffalo chicken tenders with waffles, almost from all the things I've done with chicken, have been like, dude, these are the greatest. So, I'm going to keep banging away at chicken. People like what you're doing with the chicken, then let's keep going with some chicken. So, I'm just flipping them back and forth over again. And you know what I am going to do? I do have some Imperial margarine here, and I'm just going to drop that right on the top. I'm going to let that slowly drift in. I'm going to put this down to medium heat, let this drift back into our chicken wings. All together, both pieces. And we are going to be adding some barbecue sauce to these because the barbecue chicken wings really had the best response and the best feedback. Not only the look, but the smell, the taste, all the good things. So, okay. 37 steps up high above the city. It's really hot. The humidity's kind of back. It already says like 95 or 97. My assistant Angelo is downstairs outside the neighbor's door, where they do have the air conditioner on today, which is keeping the hallway nice and cool for my best friend and my assistant. Okay, so we've got these turned back over. We're very confident that they're cooking through. We are in no rush. We're going to let that Imperial margarine just slowly melt from the top. When that finally does get to the bottom of our saute pan, which is, I'm going to get it up to half right now. Just a half action, and we'll let things keep melting and let things just keep doing their thing. I'm the One Burner Bachelor. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. We didn't want to wait. So, face down here, I'm happy with the chicken wings. And I've added another nice chunk of butter here, Imperial margarine to the top. So what I'm going to do right here on camera, as you can see how nice and hot this already is, I'm just kind of weaving this through or mixing this fat and this butter flavor with my wings. And now I'm going to turn them back over to kind of further baste them and saute slash fry slash delicious them in our awesome saute pan on the One Burner Bachelor with our new utensils. So now that's more Imperial margarine melting away in there. It melted away on the top, it melted away in the bottom. So now I am going to turn this heat back up to just about 3/4, and I'm going to let that start bubbling and start browning. And we haven't added the barbecue sauce yet, but we know how well that mixes with our butter mix from the other night. So we'll do that in a bit, but we're going to make sure our chicken is more than perfect before we do that. Okay, everyone, One Burner Bachelor, we'll be back. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for letting anybody maybe you know on Facebook that might really dig this. Thanks, everyone. We'll be back. Okay, wow. We're back. The noise, the sizzle, and the bubbling. I actually just turned the heat back a little bit to let that butter keep bubbling and finish cooking off. Oh, you see how crispy the skin is on that side from just a little bit of the Imperial margarine and the fat. And so now to further flavor these right now, right here on camera, our barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness. Got a good amount of that in there. Grab my tongs. We're not going to flip these back over on their back side yet. We are going to mix things around a little bit to get any extra or anything that might want to. And if you see how I've tried to skillfully, the fat part of our wings, the drummies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have all of them trying to point the best I can towards the center of the pan. I know the pan's got the same amount of heat all the way around, but I still kind of like the fattest piece or the thickest piece of whatever it is I'm cooking to kind of be pointed towards the middle or in the middle. Oh, and here comes that smell of the barbecue sauce. We've got some more of the Imperial margarine if we need it. Some more Sweet Baby Ray's if we need to add it. We're not going to shut it down yet, just because it smells so good. I'm actually going to turn the heat back up right now to about 3/4 and let that sizzle for a bit, and then probably flip them back over and make an effort to blacken or at least brown the barbecue sauce on my chicken wings, the drummies and the flats. All right, if you're going to walk down the street, you might as well be the best walker down the street there is. Well, maybe we can do that with chicken wings. We'll be back, everyone. One Burner Bachelor. Okay, all right, here it is. Oh, that smell of that Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and the Imperial margarine. I'm just going to turn all these over now, back over one more time. Look at the front of these. Look, oh my goodness, look at the back of these. The caramelizing of that barbecue sauce mixed with that margarine, which is a fancy word for just kind of the bubbling and the basting and the flavoring. Yikes. I've got that on about 2/3 heat. Get my tongs back up here. I'm going to crank it up just a bit. And I'm just going to let that bubble for a little bit more. I'm not adding anything else to it. I think I might have some ranch dressing in the fridge. But yikes, that barbecue sauce just smells so good. Imagine if I just refrigerated these and then maybe later on had them cold, or made chicken salad, or just made something, oh my goodness, even more delicious out of them. Okay. It's the One Burner Bachelor, 37 steps up high above the city. Angelo's downstairs cooling off outside the neighbor's door. This was no baloney. These wings, the drummies and the flats together, I didn't cut them open, I didn't get them in half, were not frozen, but it definitely took a good 25 or 30 minutes, probably on medium to 3/4 heat, me flipping them back and forth, back over. Nothing else in the pan, just keeping my eye on them. And as they decided to cook a little bit and get rid of some of their fat and some of their flavor, that's when we added some of our Imperial margarine. And then as things continued and we were getting closer and closer to being done, we started adding our barbecue sauce. And a little more Imperial margarine for sizzling rights. And now, actually, you know what, just before we finish, as remember Percy saying, you're going to just, if all you're going to do is walk down the street, then be the best walking down the street there is. So if I'm just the best chicken wing maker that there is. Oh, gosh. something I almost forgot to mention just before we finish. We're running a contest. Oh gosh, yes. And the way the contest works is, for the next 12 episodes, today being number 1, I'm going to give us a letter. And after you gather up to 12 letters, or somewhere along the line trying to gather up to 12 letters, if you can figure out the slogan or the verse or the recipe or whatever it may be, that is the correct version and the mixture of these 12 letters, then you're going to win some kind of prize. I haven't decided the prize yet, just because it's day 1 and I have no idea how this is going to go. And we're not even going to give an address yet to mail in your winning entries to, because this is only the first of the 12 episodes. It might be 2 a day, might be 3 a day, might be 1 a day. Who knows how long it's going to take to do 12 episodes. But anyhow, the first letter, if you're nice enough to be keeping track and you're interested, for whatever reason, in our puzzle or in our code, the first letter, oh, look at these. Oh my goodness, is T. Okay? And I'm not going to mention the previous letters in the next episodes. You'll have to watch this episode again to get that first letter. But oh, look right now how that barbecue sauce has ripped into the skin on those chicken wings. Oh, once again, it just smells unbelievable. Okay, everyone. We'll see you next time on the One Burner Bachelor. And the next episode, we'll go with letter number 2. T. I just repeated it. I'm not going to do it next episode. Thanks again, everyone. These things smell unbelievable. We'll see you next time.